Welcome guys to the first episode of Goddesses of Tulum. It's connected to my oracle card set, what will be released in March. And the special thing about is that I have different wheel girls in the card set. And one of them is my good friend Mary, who I took photos of like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yes. And she is in the deck as a goddess Volupia. And this goddess is the goddess of passion, self-love, and sexuality too. She has a special, a concept called Sensual Alignment. And today we will speak about that concept with Mary, and she will give me a session too. So you guys know what she is doing and how it can help you maybe for align with your higher self goddess, Volupia.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dika, for having me. First and foremost, I'm so excited to be here and to share with you and your beautiful listeners all about the process of sensual alignment and how you can become wildly attractive in your relationships and just feel so good like the goddess inside out. So I am so excited that I'm included in the deck. Oh my goodness.
Me too.
And yeah, I think that, having these oracle cards, having these goddesses to look up to and really see what did they do, who were they, what energy were they embodying, and how did that help you, and how is that able to help you on your own journey. So I really appreciate you making me into this goddess, this oracle card goddess, because it's something I've truly worked to embody my own goddess and my own queen from the inside out and just feel really fucking good as I am.
I have to say maybe something about us, because
Yes.
at one point we spoke about businesses too, and especially about this oracle cards. And I told her that, oh yeah, there's a publishing house reaching out to me, and they said like, yeah, we love that project and we would maybe work with you like that. And I said, but I don't celebrate anything before I do not have a signed contract, obviously. So, and she said, no, totally wrong. You reach something now, and you should celebrate yourself every time you really reach something.
It's like, why not just celebrate yourself for the sake of celebrating yourself, just to feel better, just because you are amazing, truly. And a lot of times, you've picked up these ideas as a woman about not being good enough, or, your creativity doesn't matter, or maybe people won't like your stuff. And that is so normal. I've had those thoughts. I mean, certainly not as much anymore, but it's so normal in this world to have those kind of what we call limiting beliefs about yourself. And I'm so proud of you for working through them, and look at you now sharing this beautiful message on your channel for everyone to learn from. It's so incredibly amazing, and you are truly amazing, and I'm so honored to know you and to create with you and help you in this way as well. And so it's been so special, and I hope that you listeners, you viewers at home, are getting so much from this magical woman, because she has so much to offer you and has an incredible network of women who she's so tapped in with. And sisterhood and relationships, they are the new currency. We all know the state of the world and how things are, and it's just so important to remember that your relationships are key. They are the number one thing that are going to help you. They're either going to help you or hurt you, so you get to really tap into what it means to you to be in relationship and in community and or the people that I'm in front of. So this is, a session for embodying your own sensual alignment, embodying your own truth and feminine power, so that you can feel good. And this also tends to make you wildly attractive to the right people and to the right things and opportunities. So just a note on this, that this is a process that you may do this meditation and feel really amazing afterwards. And I invite you to come back to it again and again, as many times as you want, as many times that feel good, so that you can really let it land and really allow yourself to embody this deeper level in your own life. Okay, so I'm so excited that we're going to do a little practice here. And this practice is to get you back into your body, get you back feeling in your turn on, feeling good in your sensual self. So there's going to be some breath and some movement And I'm also going to be speaking to you and asking you to consider questions and consider ideas within yourself. And nothing is wrong that comes up. It's all perfect. It's all beautiful. And I just invite you to sit with yourself, especially if you have something uncomfortable that comes up. And is there anywhere that you can breathe even more deeply into it instead of potentially shutting down or running from it? So please let me know if that makes sense. And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good
Feeling
and ready.
good and ready. Amazing, amazing. And this is meant to be a really slow and sensual practice. So you're perfect where you're at. Don't rush it, and just be with yourself. Okay. So find your seat. Feel really strong in your body. Feel your connection to the earth as we sit here. And start to inhale through your nose into your belly and release. Good. And again, breathing deeply down into your belly, all the way in, and open your mouth and exhale. Good. Do that 3 more times, just like that. Just gently inhaling and releasing. Just relaxing even more deeply into yourself. Deeply. See if you can send the breath on your next inhale even deeper down, all the way down into your yoni, into your womb space, and feel it growing. Good. Now, on your next exhale, make a sound. Sigh it out. Good. Inhaling. Start to bring some movement in every way that feels good. Good. Circle the hips. Expand your chest. Maybe get a little louder with your sighs. Yes. Good. Feel it. Bringing your hands to your breasts, into your belly, rubbing yourself alive, awake. Holding yourself. Saying, I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
And you can do it out loud, or you can also do it quietly, whatever feels best to you. And start to think of a place within your body or something in your life right now that feels kind of stuck, kind of stagnant. Maybe it's a relationship, or the relationship you have with your body or your work or anything really. And as you're bringing your hands to you and rubbing, picture yourself just gently caressing whatever it is that came to mind, and just being with it and breathing. And notice where the tension is in your body when you think of this thing, and bring your hands there and really start to be with it and bring some energy there as you breathe. And I want you to see yourself now in an open field. And I want you to see that thing come into being in front of you. And just be with it. Notice the tension or the anxiety or anything that comes up with it. And just hold it and hold yourself in that. And physically hold yourself in that. And as you're standing there in the meadow, in the field, you feel this power coming behind you. And you're just holding yourself and you feel it rise up from your consciousness. And you feel marching behind you. You feel energy coming towards you. And you look and you turn around and you see an entire army with your ancestors and people that love you and powers that you forgot you maybe even had. And as they come up behind you, they embrace you. They're so happy to see you. They missed you. And you look and you turn and you see your whole life in front of you and those things that are bothersome and you and your army, and they start to drape you with clothing, beautiful clothing, things that make you feel amazing. And they put jewels and flowers in your hair, and you all together start marching towards your life and towards your problems. And suddenly you don't feel so alone. And suddenly you feel your power coming back into you. You feel amazing. You feel unstoppable. You know this is your truth. You know it's who you are. You feel them with you. And they look and you realize that you're their leader and they're all following you and you're guiding them. In the way that you interact with the world, the way that you handle your problems and your relationships, they're all looking to you. And they're so in awe of you. And they say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And everything is accomplished, everything is done, and you turn to leave, saying goodbye, but knowing that this is always within you, this power, this army of light and power and love. And as they go back into the forest and you're there in the meadow, you look down and you see a little pool of water and you see your reflection, and you look and you see you. You see her, the woman, the leader, the warrior that you are. And you remember, and right here, right now, this is very real. This is real. You make a promise that you will never, ever, ever forget about her, about you, again, ever. And stay here for a moment and just be with yourself. It's okay if it feels a little uncomfortable. Whatever's coming up is completely okay. This is you stepping back into your power. So good. So, so good. Good. You're doing so well. And I want you to really take a few moments as you are walking out of the field. Take a few moments as you are walking out of the field just to feel this woman. Embrace her. And you can start to circle your hips. Maybe moving your jaw and your head, unlocking any energy. Good. And breathing in through your nose. Feeling your breaths. feeling your stomach, your beautiful, beautiful curves in your hips. Good. Maybe your hands come to your thighs or your yoni. Just giving yourself touch, letting yourself know you're here. You are here, baby. You are here. Good. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. And feeling so brand new, so at home in your body, in your life, in your womanhood. Yes. So beautiful, so beautiful. So well done, my love. So well done. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome, Queen. I'm so curious. What did you feel or experience? Would you mind sharing? Your experience.
Yes, for me it was more about...
and don't come out of it. Stay in it. You're in it.
No, the thing I have to say about what it is about for me a lot is the I have the disease called endometriosis. So that was more about like, so what I was more seeing at the beginning was more like this kind of things what you have indeed in your body when you have that disease. A lot of women deal with that. Yes. And they tell you like you will have it your whole life, but more and more researchers even show that it's more about you and how you are connected to your femininity. And I think it's a lot about when I was a child. I had the feeling it would be better to be a boy. I always had the feeling that there is something like not good to be so feminine.
Yep.
I think that's a lot of connected with this kinds of diseases too, if you have something like that.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing all of that. And I love how you see your endometriosis connected to this deeply feminine thing, because that gives you power over it, rather than taking your power away from you, where you understand that you get to, this disease has illuminated this place in your life, right, where you get to connect back in with yourself.
Yeah.
Does that feel true for you?
Yes. Yeah, so it's a lot about pain, obviously, too. And
yeah, and it sounds like you've been on this journey of self-acceptance through
Yes.
this process as well, where, you know, you said 1 month might feel better, and then the next month, you know, you could look at that as failure, as pain equaling failure.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you've reclaimed that aspect of things where pain gets to give you power and give you purpose. And that's so beautiful how you're transmuting this pain through the work that you do and through helping other women and being with other women and making them feel seen and heard and beautiful in their bodies. And I know that this is only the beginning for you, like so many of us. You know, this is really the beginning of something very beautiful and magical and a life that's worth living. It doesn't necessarily have to be free of pain, and it still gets to be beautiful. It still gets to be deeply feminine and sensual and feeling good and turned on.
Yeah.
So I love all of that. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's a lot about like love your body and it will love you back, because obviously it's often about like shaming ourselves
Yes.
for things, and
Yes.
then things start to grow like in this kind of the disease, like things are growing in your body what do not belong there, but that's like your negative belief about yourself is growing inside.
Yes.
That's how I see it. And
Yeah. And there's like this thing too that I know you and I have talked about before, like this collective shame and just insecurity within women, and, you know, really blaming ourselves and getting down on ourselves for not being perfect, right? That's really what you've been speaking to, is this perfect life that none of us have. None of us have, and we get to make it perfect in our own ways and just have the perfection be in being imperfect, you know, and give ourselves that gift, despite what our body looks like, despite how we might feel, although that is super important. And, you know, my goal is to always help people make people feel better about themselves and internally. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to all learn and all heal and all grow together. And, you know, this is a practice you can come back to again. These are these are ideas that you can sit with and be with again and again in this state of being, you know, if you fall out, it's okay. You just come right back here. And, you know, I know Dika will have a lot of content for you all to come back and drop into and help you become your higher self. So thank you so much for having me here. It's been a gift. Thank you, all of our watchers, all of our listeners. It's been such a blessing to have you here.
And her homepage is obviously in the description. So if you want to reach out to Mary, please feel free to do that. And your Instagram too, obviously.
Yes,
so
yes, my Instagram.
You can find her if you want, if you like.
I have group programs for women, and I do one-on-one work as well. So if you're feeling called, definitely get in my space. You know, relationships and your own sensual alignment and your own turn on is so important and has the ability to truly change your life and set you free and set you up for success.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and see you next time. Hopefully.
See you next time.
Mwah.